What's up, everybody? I'm Chris Metzen.
And I am Mike Gilmartin.
And Mike and I have something pretty cool to share with y'all today. We have started a grand adventure together that we hope will be both geeky and glorious. For those of you who don't know us, Mike and I have been in the video games business for 20 plus years. I think Mike's actually edging up towards 30 years because he's old. And so it's ironic that for two guys that have been doing video games for so long, we've actually spent the last number of years thinking a lot about tabletop games.
Some of my fondest memories were playing Robotech and D&D and I mean all the Palladium stuff, Rifts, and everything else you could get your hands on. But I think for me, I actually grew up in Washington State, and it rains like 9 months out of the year, so you can't really get outside. And so some of my fondest memories that actually I look back on were just designing those dungeons for my friends or trying to make a campaign, and it was so good just to listen to the rain outside and basically do that
and have that world to fall into.
Well, and then go out into the forest and pretend that you're in the wild, right? Like,
was your crew LARPers? Was that even a thing when you were a rugrat?
I did a little LARPing.
A lot of gamers our age, a lot of developers that have been in video games forever, like a lot of us grew up in, the kind of mid 80s to mid 90s, playing tabletop games, especially D&D, and it's a way we learn to socialize. It's a way we learn to be imaginative together, which has been a value that has, shaped my life in so many ways. Mike and I had been gaming for many years. We had a weekly Warhammer 40K game going on at my place. And about 4 years ago, my wife and I had a kid. So it became kind of prohibitive to, yell and fight about rules discrepancies in the middle of the living room while the little one was sleeping.
So we moved over to my garage, right? Kind of cleared everything out, had a table there, and it was okay in the beginning because it was just us.
Right.
It soon grew to other people that wanted to join our little merry band of gamers. So after about 6 months, roughly, we had probably about 12 people consistently coming over, and I left 4 tables up in my garage, which Hilda was not happy with.
Your wife's having a fit,
No.
and there's never any parking, right? So everybody's kind of illegally smashed around your neighborhood, and we kind of realized we were well out of space. So I think it was Mike that had the big idea of like, well, what if we went out and found our own space? I was kind of like, what are you talking about? This is like the nerd fantasy.
So that was October, and here we were by December of that year,
up and running
with 2,000 square feet of gaming goodness.
Right. And 20 some members already, that were
exactly
showing up regularly, right? So this really weird idea morphed into what we are today, which is Warchief Gaming. That's our club.
I think one of the most interesting things about the club is some of the nights that we have filled up. I mean, initially we started this club as kind of like more of us leaving our terrain and tables up, right? And it's become this thing with a lot of people showing up on multiple nights a week. Yeah. So on some of our busiest nights, right, we have 2 or 3 tables of some type of game going on down here, whether it's Song of Fire and Ice or 40K, X-Wing, Legion, right? And then we have 2 or 3 tables going on with people hobbying, and then we have the D&D stuff upstairs going on.
It's an amazing energy, and so the next big thought was, well, what if a lot of people show up? Yeah. And what if they're very different than us? What would make this place feel cool for people just to show up and be the nerds that they are and to be able to game, without feeling like they're on the outside of this inside club.
We now have a club and a community and a following.
Lots of new friends.
And I think I'd like to see that continue to grow because it has been. It's to me, it's the next phase of my life. It's the next piece of my journey that I want to partake in.
The past 2 years have been just absolutely amazing. Meeting new friends and finding this community that we did not anticipate falling back in love with these products that really shaped us when we were young, shaped our imaginations, and set us on the paths that our professional careers would take. I have found all of this has really kind of brought me back to life and rekindled my passion and my imagination and my longing to build ideas and worlds that people can get lost in. Mike and I had a conversation, and I said, man, what would it look like if Warchief was more than just a club? What would it look like if Warchief was a development shop? And we built some worlds, and we, created products, all the things I grew up loving, obviously, these, board games, tactical miniatures games or RPGs, or these stories playing out as novels or comics or, animation, whatever. I kind of want to do it all again, right? I want to do it smart, and I want to do it slow, a little older, a little wiser, but damn it, I want to build things again. And that's what I've taken from the last 2 years, and it is an absolute gift to feel this passion again. So it's killer to announce that Mike and I are making product. We're not exactly ready right now to talk about these worlds we're building or these products we're getting our heads around, but that time is coming very soon. Over the next month or so, we're going to be updating information about our projects on our website, which is warchiefgaming.com.
So everyone, remember, it's crazy time out there. Be safe. Take care of each other. Hopefully soon we'll have some stuff that we can interact with you on. But until then, take care of each other and check our site.
Thank you for being here and listening to us ramble. We're really, really looking forward to showing you what we're doing very soon. So have a good one. And like Mike said, be good to each other. Peace out.
I'm still rolling.
That's a good one.
Pardon me. All right, ready? Clap. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, I just snorted.